Hello everyone, my name is Jamie Wins, and today my persuasive speech will be about people convicted of drug possession should go to a rehab facility rather than jail. My topic will be people convicted of drug possession should be sent to recovery programs instead of jail. Reason being is recovery programs will help these people get the necessary help they need so they can stay out of jail. A lot of the actions should depend on the type of drugs that was found on the person, the amount of drugs, the location. For example, was it in a school zone versus in a church grounds versus fairgrounds versus airport or police department. Also, what the previous charges were. Was this the first time the person ever got found with drugs, or was this the third time the person ever was found with drugs? The amount, was it simple possession, meaning that was on for their own personal use, or was it large amounts like they were possibly selling drugs? Also, most drug charges are non-violent crimes. It's not like someone killed someone, they were selling drugs, or simply in the possession of drugs. So they should have an opportunity to get their life on the right path. Alternate paths to recoveries, like you can be sent to a support group where it's court ordered and you have to attend, versus just being in jail, going through withdrawal if it was your personal use. Jails do not have the proper medical support for someone who is going through, say, drug rehab. That person will have to go through that hard change of having the drug on a daily basis to not having the drug at all. And going through withdrawal could make the offender very, very sick. In a rehab facility, that person will be able to be weaned off of the drugs, making it a healthier transition. Also, there are repeated cycles with jail time. If someone's constantly going to jail for drugs and they're not getting help, they will eventually go back to jail again for drugs. And I just don't think it's fair if someone is crying for help. There are also drugs in jail. If someone's in jail, contraband, there are bigger opportunities for someone to get drugs in jail, because people are always looking for a way to make money. An inmate has someone sneaking drugs for them and they sell it to other inmates. It creates contraband and the person never really gets the help that they need. The record creates barriers. When the person goes to jail and they get out of jail, they're going to need a job to try to take care of themselves. They're also going to need a place to stay. If they have barriers, it's going to prevent them from taking the proper steps to take care of themselves. For one, they're not able to feed themselves, so they may commit a higher crime like stealing, robbing a place where someone get hurt because they're trying to feed that addiction, or they're trying to simply buy food for themselves. So if someone can't get a job because of the drug charges on their record, then they will tend to go to other ideas or other dangerous crimes to feed that drug or feed an addiction. And barriers, I feel, make it harder to quit, because you get to the point where nothing is going the way it's supposed to go. I'm not being able to provide for my family. So in order to take away or block that feeling, I'm simply going to just go back to doing drugs because it eases the pain. It takes everything away for the moment, which is not the proper way to go about it. You want to make sure these people get the proper help for long-term use in order to not go back to simple possession or simply selling drugs. At a rehab facility, the person will be surrounded by support. There'll be other people there who have, went through the same things, and they're going to help them get to where they need to be in order to not remain in that same situation. In a jail, there's no support. They have nursing staff, but they are there only for emergency needs, or if someone takes, say, diabetes medicine or high blood pressure medicine, they're there to feed those kind of needs, not so much as drug-related needs. So that person needs that extra to help them to recover from this. Addiction is very, very strong. It reduces the rates of drug abuse, addiction, or overdose. For example, if somebody's at a recovery facility, they're not going to have access to drugs. like they would in the street or in the jail. So more than likely, they're going to force themselves to try to get clean. They're going to want to live a better life due to the support. And they won't get so overwhelmed that they say, hey, I'm giving up. I'm just going to chase my last high and, overdose. There are more support system there. There'll be people who are educated on drug overdose, drug addiction to help the person get through what they need to get through. As I was saying, jail is not the proper place for someone with drug addiction. They need to have that support. They need to have people in their corner who are going to support them, people who are going to show them that they can get over this, and that with proper help, they can continue to go on the right path. They can get a better job. They can support their families. And once they get out, they can be more of a support to their families because they're not leaning on that drug addiction. So I just want to persuade everybody, drugs and jail time don't mix. Thank you. Have a good day.